Oftentimes, survivors of sexual assault feel alone, feel like they are the only ones that this has ever happened to, and oftentimes they feel as if they can't share their experiences openly for fear of being blamed, fear of not being believed. So MESA we want to make sure that no one ever has to go through something as traumatic as sexual violence alone. When you look at the statistics that 1 out of 4 women and 1 out of 7 boys and men are going to be sexually assaulted at some point in their lifetime. And that's a lot of people in our county.
Me ofrecieron terapias, me ofrecieron apoyo en tomar una decisión sobre ir a poner un reporte a la policía sobre lo que a mí me había pasado. Y pues me han ayudado bastante en todo ese proceso.
MESA is with the victims every step of the way. It's a fantastic organization, and it's somewhat of a dichotomy because it is unfortunate that it has to exist. We have these problems in our society, but again, I think we've evolved with these types of crimes, particularly sexual assault, that it's much less taboo nowadays reporting it than it used to be. And MESA has a huge role to play in that.
A scene nurse provides medical care and forensic evidence collection for patients presenting through our emergency department reporting sexual assault. I am so appreciative that there are advocates out there that can support survivors whether or not they come to see us and go through a SANE exam. Having that resource for people to know that they're going to get support all the way through even a court process if they did that. It's invaluable to the community that people have a place to go that is safe and supportive.
I feel privileged to be able to have worked with them for over 20 years in our community, working with them to help support survivors from the beginning in both emotional, physical, and medical support that they need after experiencing a sexual assault, and then working alongside them to provide the investigation and prosecution to hold those offenders accountable for what they have done, while holding up the victim and making sure that they feel supported.
Me ha ayudado mucho porque por fin fui escuchada, tuve el valor, MESA creyó en mí.
People might feel completely helpless in the face of such an epidemic crime. But if you look at the research and you look at practice, we can do some things in our community today in Boulder County that can decrease the prevalence of this horrific crime that literally shatters lives. The author Eve Ensler had a quote that said, "When men begin to stand up against sexual violence, the world will change." And most men are not sexual offenders. Most men are mortified by the very thought of it, right? And some men don't know what to do or say when they see behaviors that lead to sexual assault. And that's what we want to do. We want to empower our community to take a stand against this so that the violence can end.
Gracias a MESA por su apoyo.
Because of their outreach programs, their community involvement, and all the counseling and other trauma-informed therapy services that they can offer victims, MESA is an enormous benefit to the Boulder County area and all of its residents.
If MESA didn't exist, I believe that would affect cases, survivors, and our entire community at all stages.
What we need from the community is your financial support, because MESA has the expertise, MESA has the drive, MESA has the creative staff who have ideas about how to truly eradicate sexual violence. We are limited only by resources. The way we get through that hurdle is with financial resources and then let MESA do the work, because we're ready to do it.